For the men that walk without any purpose or guidance, this world is truly hell. For young men especially, I am talking if you are in your teens or 20s, then building up a moral code and set of principles that you abide by is crucial if you not only want to survive but thrive as a man. First thing you should note is that over the coming years, you and your group of friends will evolve. So when it comes to selecting new friends, try prioritizing the similarity of value over social vibes. Don't feel insecure about peers who exceed you in your career. We each work at our own pace. Don't be forced into taking up something that you don't like. For example, my friends were working jobs and already making money. But I knew from an early age that this was something I did not want to do, a job I hated for my whole life, to finally retire in my 60s. Instead of that, I dedicated that time to learn the art of starting a business. I didn't let others force me into taking up work because I knew what I was doing now would put me ahead of the curve in another 3 years. By doing what you love, it's inevitable that you will lose friends that don't deserve you. This also means that you will meet those that will help you drift further. As a youngling, if you want people to see you mature, practice manners in this world. Having manner is seen as something that is not cool because all of the junk we are fed through TV shows and movies. But if you want to see yourself escape from toxic relationships and build healthy ones, not only in dating but also business settings, then learn to treat others with respect and act with humility with them. Once again, back to my business story. Learn how to start saving and investing. Don't wait until you have money. Begin to learn the art of investing and slowly by slowly begin to build up your portfolio. You will thank yourself later. Push yourself to the limit, but don't be too hard. We always say this on the channel. Whether it be semen retention or learning a new skill, your mind and body must build up to it slowly, just like progressively overload in the gym. In your mid to late 20s and 30s, find yourself a great mentor, someone who holds themselves accountable for your progress, but never take the credit. This is also the time when some young men start feeling that they just don't have any luck with ladies. But remember, dating will become easier for men in their late 20s and 30s. That's correct. When you put in the work now and start building a better body with stacked wallet, you will be amongst the top 1% of men by the time you are 30. Why? Because the men you envy now for having great luck with women will most likely become lazy, start hanging out at the pubs, pleasing their fantasies, and forget their purpose altogether. By the time you are an adult, you will miss the freedom you had in your early 20s. Take risks and never say no to opportunities, as now you can look at the world differently. Maximize this lack of responsibility. Be kind, humble, and decent to others and yourself. Listen more, talk less, and work hard. As a rule of thumb, don't be a low life and don't hang out with them. It's easy to mix ego with confidence. Remember, boys, these young days of our life will dictate the rest of our life. What you sow now, you will reap later, because the habit you are building now will become so far engraved in your mind that they will be hard to take out in the future. So if you decide to take up drinking and porn as a habit, what happens? Your mind rewires to suit these habits. But if you take up better habits, such as reading or listening to audiobook at least 1 hour per day, you are bound to see amazing results in the future. This is the most crucial time of your life. Every uncomfortable situation you avoid is a chance to experience new things, and you will regret these little things later in life. So involve yourself in everything happening around you. Never back out just because you think you suck at it. You will be surprised how good you are at things that you dislike. Focus on being mentally and physically fit. You won't believe how much trouble and money you would save down the road. These decades will also bring many confrontations for you and your loved ones. Never let things ruin your mental peace. Listen to your dad. Now is when you will learn many essential life lessons from your father. You will discover that they are not as great as you once thought, but you have to accept them. They are humans. You will develop a view that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Practice meditation and make it your habit. In particular, begin to pray to God, because remember, a man is only as good as the one he looks up to. If you look up to God Almighty for guidance, you are born to see victory in all areas of your life. You will encounter a lot of distractions. There will be people who will promise the world to get the better of you, so watch out for betraying. One thing I have noticed over the year is how men completely ruined their life in the so-called pursuit of their passion. Even though finding and working on your passion is good, but you can easily get lost while figuring out what you really want, and then you only find yourself 28 years old with no goal in life. For example, some people go to the university, then switch courses in the middle, then switch again from one working method to the next, or try out one business and don't let it grow to see full success before immediately jumping onto the next target. This is what you call the shiny gold syndrome. Don't be fooled by it. This is time to watch what you say to others. If you say a lot, you won't be respected. But if you ignore everything, it's even worse. I know there are a lot of stigma related to mental illness, but your mental health is as important as your physical health. At this stage, you may tend to disregard how big depression can be for some people. It often comes as the onset of insecurities born from our negative life experiences. If talking to a licensed therapist is scary for you, try reaching out to a close relative. Talking about trauma and insecurity can be highly uncomfortable, so prepare yourself mentally and find a good listener. Ideally, avoid sharing your dark secrets with your girl. Instead, talk to a masculine figure who can provide simple and direct solution. In times when you find yourself worried and not grounded, ask yourself this question: is this situation in my control? If yes, then you don't need to be worried. And if the answer is no, then again, you don't need to be worried, because the situation is not in your control. You cannot control life, but you can control your reaction to life. Once you control your reaction, you begin to control life and the situations themselves. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to show some love. Tap the subscribe button and hit the like button for the algorithm. Let's go be great. See you next time.